The age of overconsumption, a society obsessed with buying. In today's consumer-driven world, it seems like people are always chasing the next trend, from Starbucks and Stanley cups to Crocs, makeup, iPhones, beauty products, and luxury handbags. People are constantly buying. Social media, especially TikTok, has amplified this culture where every other video promotes a must-have product, urging viewers to make a purchase. The question is, do people truly need all of these items, or is it just a form of societal pressure? In this video, I'm going to break this discussion down into 3 parts. First, we'll dive into the influence of social media and how it encourages mindless spending. Second, we'll examine the role of luxury goods and materialism in shaping status and identity. And finally, we'll explore the spiritual and environmental consequences of overconsumption. By the end, I hope to spark a conversation about whether we're truly benefiting from these habits or if we're just being conditioned to want more. The social media influence, a sheep mentality. One of the biggest factors fueling overconsumption is social media. Platforms like TikTok and Instagram have turned everyday shopping into an event, making people feel like they need to keep up with every viral product. The constant exposure to influencers promoting game-changing items creates a pressure to buy, even when it's unnecessary. This can make it difficult to trust content creators. Is their recommendation genuine, or is it simply because they're profiting from an affiliate link or sponsorship? Once an item gains traction, the demand skyrockets. We've seen people rushing into stores, even trampling over one another, just to get their hands on the latest trend. Something that echoes the chaos of Black Friday shopping. It raises the question, do people really need 60 Stanley cups? I have one towel cup and it works perfectly fine, yet I barely use it. So why are people spending hundreds of dollars collecting items that serve the same function? Some argue that it's a hobby, while others see it as a status symbol.
Overconsumption core, get rid of me for another day in the life, starting with my morning shed. Step 1, remove my mouth tape, my silk eye mask, my clear wrapping mask to stimulate collagen, my face lifting strap to reduce double chin, my silk hair bonnet to stop breakage and split ends. Get dressed with me, starting with my perfectly matched PJs, run to walk. They're available on TikTok shop. Try on 3 different outfits and they're all linked to my Amazon storefront. I actually just redid my closet because I got my colors analyzed and I found out that I'm a bright spring, so the beige just didn't really complement my skincare routine, starting with sunscreen from my favorite brand because my recently microneedled and tretinoin and lathered skin can't handle the sun. Anti-aging, anti-aging, anti-aging. Isn't it so much fun? And how old do I look? I still look young. Go to a boutique Pilates class because I want to look snatched, and then go grocery shopping. I need all new vitamins because the glow comes from within. Even though I still have that vitamin subscription, they're still coming in monthly, all the boxes piling up. And then chlorophyll water. When's the last time you touched that bottle? Probably not since 2021. A drawer full of old, dried up, half-used face masks and a hat rack of fuzzy bucket hats. Maybe I could sell them, maybe secondhand, but nobody wants them. To the landfill they go. Oh well. Anyway, what's the aesthetic of the month? What's the new hair trend? Cowboy copper? Teddy bear blonde? I need someone to recommend me new products. Lather, rinse, repeat. 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 Repeat.
TikTok finds, this is a disinfection tooth cup holder. Tooth cup and toothbrush are placed on the table to accumulate dust and bacteria. Wall-mounted design saves space and has a built-in disinfection device.
The bald cat razor done got every single part of my body bald right now, so I ran out of places to show y'all how it works. Your girl is literally hairless. If y'all don't know yet, this is the dual-ended kitty cat razors. Up here shaves the long hairs, over here gets everything real nice and close. But no, this razor does not hurt at all. Like you can see, I'm putting it onto my skin, onto the palm of my hand. I could put it on my face. There's no hair left, but you put it on your face. No pain at all, y'all. If you haven't tried it yet, right now is the best time because this is the lowest price they've had this year. This one got the wax lady skin because we might not need them as much anymore.
So now let's move on to luxury and status, a modern day identity. So the culture of overconsumption isn't just limited to everyday items, it extends to luxury goods as well. Take, for instance, the rise in popularity of the Van Cleef bracelets. These have become a status symbol, signaling wealth and success. Some women are even going out of their way to purchase replicas just to make it appear as if they belong to a certain social class. Similarly, there's a creator who owns nearly 40 Birkin bags, each worth tens of thousands of dollars. While her success is inspiring, it raises an important question. Are these luxury items being used, or are they simply there for display? In many cases, social media has created a culture where people feel the need to show off their possessions to validate their successes. If social media didn't exist, would people still feel compelled to own and flaunt these items? This obsession with material wealth is becoming a defining characteristic of our society, making people believe that owning more equates to being more. So now I want to move along to the spiritual and environmental consequences. From a biblical perspective, overconsumption can be linked to the concept of greed and misplaced priorities. In Matthew chapter 6, verse 19 through 21 states, "Do not store up yourself treasures on earth, where moths and vermin destroy, and where thieves break in and steal, but store up for yourself treasures in heaven, where neither moths nor rust destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." And the scripture reminds us that excessive materialism distracts us from what truly matters. People spend money on countless possessions, only for them to collect dust, expire, or be thrown away. This cycle of consumption isn't just spiritually unhealthy, it's also environmentally damaging. Landfills are overflowing with discarded products, from expired beauty items to barely worn clothing. In essence, our society has normalized hoarding under the guise of collecting. But is it truly healthy? Even older generations fell into this pattern, as seen with grandparents who collected fine china that was never used. While some argue that these are sentimental or collector's items, the habit of accumulating things just because is something we should challenge. The key isn't to avoid nice things altogether, but to ensure that we own what is being used and not simply stored for the sake of appearances.
These are some of my favorite bags in my grandma's iconic closet. Starting off extremely strong, we have this beautiful orange Kelly.
She had a little Chanel hiding in there. I guess this is how she stuffs her bags with other bags.
This is the first Birkin she ever bought, so it holds a very special place in her heart. I used to not be a fan of this bag, but now I love it. She really loves the color blue, like a lot. But I mean, I can't blame her. She also loves the occasional red. Moving on, she's a big Poochie fan, especially Poochie from back in the day. I love this mini Chanel bag with all the charms. I think it's perfect. This Chanel rhinestone clutch bag is a very special piece. I think it might be 2014. You can also never go wrong with a classic. Now this one's different, like a large Chanel shopping bag. This one is 2009. I either need this for my travels or to go to the gym.
Overconsumption is really getting out of hand now. Apparently there's a trend called Pan 2025. Took me a while to realize what this was, but it's where people are deciding to actually use up and finish the products they've purchased before buying another product. I was of the impression that that is what we were already doing. Like, there is no reason for anyone to have 12 different shower gels. Please, if you are buying skincare, give it at least 2 months before deciding that that product is not for you. If you have a bad reaction to a product, just give it away or give it to a friend. There's no need to keep it in your cupboards. And if I ever recommend a product to you, make sure you are finishing what you already have before you go out and purchase another recommendation. I really do not want to be contributing to the overconsumption problem that is going on these days. And remember, you don't need 20, 30, 40 products to get clear skin. In fact, in skincare, less is more. So let's ditch the overconsumption and actually be smart about our skincare.
Breaking free from the cycle. Overconsumption is a reflection of a deeper issue, our need for validation, acceptance, and status. While it's okay to have nice things, it's also important to ask ourselves, why am I buying this? If social media didn't exist, would I still feel the need to own excessive amounts of beauty products, shoes, or even luxury bags? Now, once again, there's nothing wrong with treating yourself, but when it comes to a competition or means of self-worth, that's when it becomes concerning. Many people go online and see people with these products and they become jealous or even feeling bad about themselves because they're unable to afford such items that are being shown all over their timelines. Now, is that a personal problem, or do you think that's a societal problem? We live in a society where having too much is seen as a good thing, but in reality, it can be harmful to our minds, our finances, and our planet. Instead of mindlessly following trends, we should focus on intentional spending and ask ourselves if we're truly benefiting from the things that we are buying. At the end of the day, our value isn't found in what we own, but in who we are. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think that social media has influenced your spending habits? And have you ever bought something just because it was trending, only to realize that you really didn't need it? Let's talk about this in the comment section down below.
Really frustrated with overconsumption core on TikTok. I've actually really been encouraged by some of the underconsumption videos I've seen lately. Look at my reshares, I've shared a number of them. Folks actually ask a lot why I'm using a broken mug in all my videos, because I film in the morning when I'm drinking my coffee, and this is my coffee mug. It still holds coffee really well. Just because it has a broken handle, that doesn't mean I need to stop using it or go buy another mug. It's been 9 years since I dropped it in the sink, and in 9 years I have not needed to go buy more mugs. One of the first videos I stitched that got a ton of views early on, like 3 months ago before I was monetized, was about normalizing mending and making do, about using things that are shabby, imperfect, worn, stained, mended, repaired. And I get that this app is all about consumption. It's all about marketing products to us. It's all about videos like this one that I stitched, hyping up consumerism and consumption. But it is encouraging to see those little pockets of TikTok that focus on underconsumption, that push back against a capitalist system, that push back against overconsumption, the way it harms us, the planet, workers around the world, puts us into debt. If you see a cool underconsumption core video, if you could tag me, I would really appreciate it, because that's some of my favorite content on TikTok right now.
But thank you all once again for your support. That is all that I have for you guys today. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to support this channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and helping me get closer to my goal of 4,000 subscribers. If you can help me exceed that, it would be an absolute blessing. I pray that God blesses you, holds you, and keeps you. And you know what to do: like, follow, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to check out my other videos, which will be linked at the end of this video. God bless y'all. Stay safe. Bye.
Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus on me?